There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the SMU Mustangs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Handoff from the gun. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Hawkins. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
He's going to get loose. They will get him. It's a touchdown. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. It's complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Finds his man. It's Hudson. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left. If he's trying to scramble around and find an open guy, they still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
He wants to throw it again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the run, it's Lyle. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lyle. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes to the left. Touchdown, SMU. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, you throw at him at your own risk. Like, you want to direct the football in the air towards him, he makes plays consistently. That's number 9 on the season. 9 INTs. This dude's making...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the move, he fires. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got him downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
First down for the offense.
And the Mustangs are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Hawkins. Makes the catch. He's down at the one, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top. Touchdown Mustangs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Lyle. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clint Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Scanning the field, it's Chadwick. With the catch, it's Lofton. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab near the marker, it's Lofton. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third down, he drops the throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Punt is on its way. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Scrambling away. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his team.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
No, bitch. What y'all doing?
They send the tight end in motion. They just keep firing. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Catch that, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run the sneak for it. Sneaks into the end zone.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for room. It's Lyle. Turning it on. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This has been a nightmare for the offense. What's one of the most critical statistics in any college football game? It's the turnover battle. They've already got 3, David. We're not even through the first half. This couldn't be any worse if you're on offense.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise why they're trailing in this football game. When you continue to give the football to the other team and put your defense in a bind, you're going to give up points. So they've got to find something with this offense.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
To the air, it's Hawkins.
Nigga, boys, how'd he come on?
And
Yo,
the defense gets one. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bringing the heat. It's a fumble on the play.
Oh,
they recovered their own fumble.
Somehow.
Who knows how they got that thing back. The clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half.
Yo, what? Yo, this
And he's brought down after a nice game.
right.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Chadwick. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Touchdown, SMU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's third down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no. You're not getting this first down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
Trying to get it to the marker. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Throws to the wideout.
That's crazy. Drop that
He
far.
should have had that
Good.
one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with the one there.
Finds his man. It's Cooper. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Got it in the middle. It's Hudson. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins.
I did 2 times in
Picked
a row.
off. That's
Fired.
number 15 on the year. And
Play
they
with
drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Here comes the the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Ncaa. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays. And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. After run, now throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Takes the easy completion. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. They're working that left side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
Gain of 16. 1st down for the offense.
And the Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Unloads it left. Complete downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Buys a little extra time. Looking to get it in. And they will score. Touchdown Mustangs. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12. Utah found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Salt Lake City. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for pole position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. That gives him 54 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit. Throw the...
Intercepted, number 19. Got room on the return. Inside the touchdown, SMU. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space.
It's It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Takes the handoff. It's live. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Great.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Canes are flying down the field. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
Give to the running back.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
They give it to him again. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Caught over the middle, it's Hudson. There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job.
Fires toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
Returner is tackled down at the 23. And your Miami Hurricanes will take over 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for room, it's Lyle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day. And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Got the 1st down and more. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. Can't get him to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. They'll try to run for it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Canes are in the hurry-up. Running back searching for a hole. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good